The opinions expressed by the host and guest on this program are solely their own and do not represent the views or opinions of Blind United. We strive to provide diverse perspectives and discussions on our platform, but the opinions expressed should be understood as personal viewpoints and not reflective of Blind United as an organization.
It's time. It's time for
coffee time.
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 And here is your coffee time crew.
Well, good Monday morning, everyone, and welcome back to Coffee Time with Blind United. Today in the crew, we got Miss Brittany. Good morning, Britt.
Good morning.
Miss Carol. How you, Carol?
Good morning, everyone. I'm well, thank you.
And my brother Pedro.
What up, everybody? Good morning.
Okay, so hopefully everybody enjoyed their weekend. You know, I heard Carol say she's been out celebrating her birthday all weekend. Today is Carol's birthday, so y'all drop a little something in the comment line for her. Wish her a happy birthday. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
So, again, well, I mean, you told us, Carol, but tell them what you got planned for your birthday, actual birthday.
Well,
I know you've been partying all weekend, but.
I've been partying all weekend, Ed, but I plan on just getting out, spending some time with family. I have no idea what they're going to surprise me with on this 60th birthday, but whatever it is, I'm welcoming it.
That's right. The goal is to get old, right?
That's it. That's it. So I hope to grow gracefully old.
I hear you. Well, you do anything special for your weekend, Britt?
Somebody said happy birthday, Loretta. I'm sorry, I don't have my
Loretta.
Yeah,
Yes.
so Miss Loretta said happy birthday.
Happy birthday, sis. That's my friend from Roswell, New Mexico, you all.
Okay.
I have a lot of questions about the aliens flying overhead over there.
I was getting ready to say, you reach out to Pedro for any, you can reach out to Pedro with any strange sightings in your hometown.
I believe there could be man crafts, man. All these androids flying around, well, the drones, even the UFOs. It could be a government hardware that's advanced, and we just haven't been. It hasn't been declassified.
And wait a minute, I have to say happy birthday to her too, because we share a birthday today. So happy birthday, Loretta.
Oh, happy birthday, Loretta.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Loretta. And Monica also said happy birthday and cheers to another year. And God First also wish you a happy birthday. You got a lot of love out there, Carol. A lot of people love you.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Love you back.
All right. Well, so, but anyway, I guess we'll jump right into it. I mean, Christmas is a couple of days away, so today is all about Christmas. So first up, we got an article about traveling and the holiday travel challenges.
Navigating, holiday navigation travel, guys, and the complications that we might be going through and stuff like that. So let's check that out.
Today on Coffee Time, navigating the challenges of Christmas travel. As millions of Americans prepare for their holiday journeys, the 2024 Christmas travel season is expected to be one of the busiest and most challenging on record. With 119.3 million travelers projected to journey 50 miles or more between December 21st and January 1st, here's what to anticipate and how to stay ahead of potential disruptions. Travel volume and timing. Record numbers. AAA reports a surge in holiday travel, rivaling pre-pandemic levels. Peak days, December 22nd and 23rd, are predicted to see the heaviest congestion as travelers hit the roads and airports in the days leading up to Christmas. Weather-related disruptions. Severe weather. Forecasts include strong winds and potential snowfall in parts of the country, threatening to disrupt travel plans. Cancellations and hazards. Flight cancellations and hazardous road conditions may impact plans. Monitoring local forecasts is essential for timely adjustments. Transportation challenges. Road travel. Traffic congestion is expected, especially in metropolitan areas and along major highways. AAA suggests traveling during off-peak hours to minimize delays. Air travel. Airports anticipate record passenger numbers, leading to longer lines and potential delays. Travelers should arrive early, monitor flight statuses, and prepare for last-minute schedule changes. Tips for a smoother journey. Plan ahead. Check road conditions and flight statuses before departure. Have contingency plans for unexpected delays. Pack essentials. Include travel documents, medications, and personal necessities to avoid unnecessary stress. Surveys show that forgotten items are a common travel woe. Stay informed. Keep up with weather updates, traffic advisories, and real-time travel schedules. Be flexible. Patience and adaptability are key during peak travel times. Conclusion. This holiday season brings unique travel challenges, but preparation and flexibility can ensure a smoother journey. From monitoring weather to packing smart and staying patient, proactive steps can help overcome the holiday hustle. What strategies do you use for holiday travel? Have you faced any unexpected roadblocks or surprises this season? Let's share tips and stories. Now, back to the Coffee Time crew for their thoughts.
Well, I mean, first thing that caught my attention was, what they said, traveling 50 miles or more. Out here, it's more than 50 miles across from one side of LA County to the other side of LA County. So to us, that's not really a whole lot. I mean, but, we do that on a regular basis. So,
Yeah,
but
it just on this time it could be more congested. Everybody's rushing out, last minute gifts. Everybody's on the road trying to get out of town, so certain areas will be congested. But us, as how we travel as blind people, traveling 50 miles can take up to 4 or 5 hours, depending on the type of transportation you're using. And excuse me, folks, I'm sounding out of breath and stuff like that. But yeah, it could be a big hassle while being blind and using our transit transportations and stuff like that. Even our transportation that is for disabled people, even those get over congested and stuff like that.
yeah, I mean, like you say, people trying to get around and get to families' homes and stuff for different events and stuff. I'm pretty sure, the same issues, no matter where you live as far as paratransit stuff is concerned anyway. But yeah, out here, I mean, on a normal day, it could take you 3, 4 hours. So with all of the holiday congestion and whatnot, who knows how long you might be in that vehicle. And they are not the most comfortable vehicles on the planet, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's another little fact that I'll be on. I'll be like, I was talking to a driver and I was like, they want to have us here for 3, 4 hours. Wouldn't you get a comfortable seat for the passenger? Would it be uncomfortable? And the seats are all the way set up all right. It's not even like a car seat. You're sitting up all right, like your back upright and all that. And it's like, come on, you're gonna have us there for a few hours, and you're saying that we're gonna be there for a few hours. Wouldn't you just not cheap off and get a comfortable seat, you know, and stuff?
I,
But
I get you. I mean, even park benches and stuff that you can lean back on. At least they got a little bit of angle to them. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, access. Most of them seats are straight up and down. And man, I don't know what happened to the padding. I don't know. Maybe they ran out of padding when they were upholstering those seats or something.
yeah, yeah,
I don't
yeah,
know.
and now they got these new Pro Masters. They what they call them is this Pro Masters new vehicle that they're using. And I was looking, touching around. The seats bolted to a metal thing that's hooked up to the floor, But the seats, oh my God, uncomfortable and all that. Like at least you could have made it to lean back a little, so you could kind of start stretching your back out or whatever, and things like that. If we're gonna be there for hours, you know. But
Well, but
it's like, hmm
no, I was just gonna say, hopefully, you don't have to use those services this week. Hopefully, somebody got some family or friends or whatever that you're traveling with, and that way you can be more into the event that you're going to or whatever. Because again, ordering access, ain't no telling what time you might get there. You might get there just as everybody's getting ready to leave and go home. So
and
you
Right.
depending
know,
where you live, depending where you live, at 8 p.m. or where I was hearing 5 p.m., some services are out of the, they're done for the day. And think about that. They act like
mhm.
people that have disabilities do not have a life. In my opinion, that's pretty much is what they're saying. Well, at 5 or 8 p.m., it's done. That's it.
And
You
here
know.
in the transportation that we have with Dark Paratransit, if you have plans, like I have an appointment tomorrow, but I'm going to have a family or a friend take me because Dark Paratransit is only taking people that are on dialysis. They're doing the same thing they did for Thanksgiving. They used to only do this if it's inclement weather, if it's snow or ice on the ground. But because of the holiday, by being Thanksgiving, that Thursday and Friday, and now Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, you can't even go and visit your friends or family. You have the only time they're going to come and get you tomorrow or Christmas is if you're on dialysis. And I don't know why they changed that this year, but that's what they've done. So I've got to make other arrangements to try to make my appointment tomorrow because I
Somebody to
can't use
stir up
DAR
a fuss over
paratransit.
there.
Yeah,
Somebody to
they've done
start up a
something
fuss
down here
over
in
there, Carol.
Dallas. Yeah, yeah, we
Yeah.
need to because it's
It's,
not
it's
right. But
And
alienation.
they're canceling our appointments. If you have an appointment, they have canceled it unless you're going to dialysis, and they will not come and get you.
and then I guess somebody would need to, per se, well, the simple question is, are the buses still running on those
The
days?
buses are still running. The bus
Well,
tomorrow run on Saturday schedule, and on Christmas they run on Sunday schedule. But
right.
Dark Paratransit will only come and get you if you're going to dialysis
But
only.
see, that's against the guidelines of the subsidy program. Bottom line, they're supposed to operate whenever the buses are operating for everybody.
Yes, I
I
agree.
mean, I'm not going to say that, the dialysis patients maybe shouldn't take priority, but at
Right.
the same time, you can't deny service to everybody else just because it's a holiday.
Yeah, they did.
You
I
know,
called to make my appointment for tomorrow, and they said, "Are you going to dialysis?" And I said, "No." And they said, "Well, we can't take you. We're only taking dialysis clients." And I'm like,
That's where
"What?"
you
I
gotta
said, "Y'all
pull
doing
out
the
their.
same thing for Thanksgiving?"
That's where you need to pull out their policy. Be like, hold up, your policy states. That's what I had to do to an access driver last time.
Okay.
I ain't gonna lie. And the lady honestly was gonna, well, I'm about to call dispatch and report that you don't want to put your seatbelt on. All this other, she was making up lies, and I was like, what? I was like, you took off when you told me you was gonna wait. And then in the policy states, I still had 5 more minutes to go do what I needed to grab right fast and come out. But the lady was impatient. She was late too. She was 10 minutes late. Not by policy, she's still not late. By policy, she was like almost about to be late. You know, and things like that. But I told her, look, she wanted me to. She was like, I'm gonna call my supervisor so you could get kicked off my taxi. That's what she
Oh
told me.
wow.
And she got on the phone and was like, he don't want to put a seatbelt on, like. And then they ended up calling me. I explained myself. I was like, look, I made contact with her. I still have 5 minutes after making contact, and she wanted to leave. So she told me to call you guys. So I got on the phone to call you guys. Right now, she's like, well, I gotta go, and she just got on the car and started driving. I didn't have my seatbelt on. And I told her, hold up, you're leaving. I don't have my seatbelt on. I'm on hold with dispatch like how you said. So now we got to wait here 10, 15 minutes. Ended up being almost 40 minutes standing, well, sitting there in the sidewalk and waiting for all these calls to come through for them to contact me. She made it a big deal. In the end, they told her, you need to take him where he got to go. And the manager's going to talk to you later on. In the end, I told her, look, I had to do what I had to do because you were the way you were acting. I didn't want it to be like that, but the way you were acting, I had to do all that. I had to talk to your supervisor. I had to tell you your policy so you could understand and know your policy. You know, her willing to lie and say that I don't want to put my seatbelt on and all this, and I'm acting belligerent and stuff. You know, she was just trying to kick me off the vehicle. You know.
Well, I mean, a lot of these folks, they don't understand. I mean, they don't think, I should say,
Mhm.
that, people are more in tune and knowledgeable about policy than even they are. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like I said, I had a guy come up here one day and he said, "Oh no, we can't come up here because we can't turn around." I said, "Well, I don't know why you having problem. The trash truck does it every week, but oh no, I'm gonna call dispatch and I'm gonna have you removed from the thing because whoa, whoa, whoa. I said, okay, whatever. I crawled my butt up in the little bus and sat down and put my seatbelt on and waited on him to get in. He got in huffing and puffing, but he took me where I needed to go,
Right.
and they brought me back home. So,
Right.
come on, man. Just do your job, dude. I mean, if you can't turn this bus around in the area and your bus is smaller than a trash truck, come on, you don't need this job.
Right.
Okay, you need to be retrained on how to do certain things, whatever. So it is what it is. But again, we as a community, we got to be more proactive. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it'd be great if you could kind of organize, Carol, or whatever, get a bunch of people in that area, go out to whenever they have their meetings, right?
Right.
The board
Right.
meetings, and you show up. You say, "Oh no, this ain't right." You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I mean, but before you do that, make sure you read their policy and so you understand it. Because they may have added it in there, and a policy does not necessarily mean it's a law.
Right. That's true.
Okay, and when they're receiving government money, then they have a certain guidelines, regulations that they have to follow. And my understanding is at least that paratransit is supposed to operate as long as buses are operating for all people.
Right.
So that'd be my advice on that one. But
Okay. Because we do
Yeah,
have
yeah, but
quarterly meetings here. So the
yeah,
next
and
one
then
should be in
also,
January, and I will definitely be there to,
yeah,
speak my mind. Because I'm assuming they're doing the
yeah.
same thing for next week for New Year's as well.
Well, you know what you should do, Carol? Read the policy about that, right? Call in,
Right.
make your appointment, and say we don't operate on that day. Be like, oh, here's your policy. This is what your policy says. It does not say nothing about any holiday exclusions either. So
Right.
you need to conduct my ride as it needs to go, as a normal ride,
Gotcha.
and
Because
they
I can
have
get
to
it for
honor
the
that because if
inclement
it's in
weather.
policy. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when
Go
it's
ahead.
bad
Sorry.
weather, I understand that it's only for dialysis, but they're doing this now when it's not bad weather. So something's changed within this year, and like you say, I need to make myself aware of the policy so that I can have my ducks in a
Yeah,
row when it's
because
time to shoot.
look, first it was Thanksgiving, now Christmas, now most likely it's
Hmm.
gonna be New Year's. What is
New
gonna be
Year's too.
next? 4th of July.
Right.
What is gonna be next?
Something.
Other holidays?
Other holidays, right?
I mean, if you give them an interstate, take a mile. You know what I'm saying? Again, bad weather conditions and stuff. That's an extreme circumstance, and okay, it's understandable. It's only for emergency purposes only, whatever.
Right.
That kind of stuff. But on a regular holiday, whatever. Like I said, the buses are still operating. They may be operating on a limited schedule, but okay, they're operating. So that
Right.
means that paratransit is supposed to operate as well. They don't realize that they're technically a form of public transportation.
Yes, they are.
So yeah, but anyway, I mean, folks, I mean, hopefully if you're traveling or whatever, you get there safe, you get there on time, and without too many headaches. I know I talked to a friend of ours that's coming in from Virginia. I talked to her yesterday. She was on a layover in Chicago. So she had to deal with the layover and whatnot, but she finally made it here, and now she's good for a couple of weeks, and then she'd be heading back. But holiday travel, man, it's crazy. It really is. Thank God I ain't going nowhere. Keep my little butt right here at the house and do whatever I'm gonna do right here at the house. You know, if somebody coming by, well, you're welcome. But if not, I'll just be here chilling, right? So, that being said, what else? Let me see.
Any comments in the comment section, Brett?
Yeah, Carol, your friend, Retta, she said that's Latoya from Texas, and she said good morning all. So she just wanted to let you know that she's your homegirl from Texas.
Oh, okay, Laretha. Okay, I thought it was Loretta. It's Latoya. Gotcha. Hey, honey.
All right.
Hey, Latoya.
Carol got so
Yeah.
many friends she can't figure out which one is
I
which.
don't know.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you for
Righty.
joining us too.
I'm
Hopefully you could
feeling the love. Thank you.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, so it could get daunting even when it's not holidays. Let's just keep it real with the transportation that we use that we depend on as blind folks. I know other folks also depend on it that have other disabilities, and sometimes it gets ridiculous, and I know sometimes, and I know not just sometimes, most of the time the driver hears the ear of the passenger, and some passengers talk mess to the drivers, but it's not the driver's fault. Sometimes it's dispatch, all these added rides and all these changes they do. So when it comes to something like that, I do recommend folks to call in and talk to a supervisor sometimes when there's problems instead of giving an earful to the driver. I might have to look through my region's policy in LA and see what can you do if they able to give you an ETA and stick to that ETA once you get an ETA from dispatch, not from the driver, because the driver has their map ETA, but there's an ETA that I think they're required once you tell them that to provide you an ETA, and they have to stick around that ETA. You don't have to be exactly on that ETA time, but around that ETA time. So I think that excludes them from putting more rides and rides on you, and there should be a limit. You shouldn't hop on a taxi and then pick up one, two, three, four people, drop them off, and then pick up another four people and drop them off, and you're still on the ride. You know what I mean? It could get ridiculous. It should be a limit. There should be a limit on how many hours, you know. And then they don't think about bathroom breaks. Sometimes you have to tell the driver, and some drivers, but I can't do that. I can't do that. I had to tell them, look, you do that. Other drivers done it for me. We could call if you need to call your dispatch. Let them know. But it's not against policy to stop somewhere and use the restroom. The drivers do it. Why the passengers can't do it if they've been in that car for 3, 4 hours, stationary, just sitting there? And then we do have people that have back problems and things like that because of accidents, and they're disabled now. Now you want to have them in a van 4 or 5 hours going to a place, and they have back issues or knee issues, and they can't stay with their knees bended so long. There's so many issues that they don't consider, that a comfortable seat could even help out, you know. And their newer uh, vans, like the Pro Masters, well, on the older ones, the Dodge vans, they have cup holders. They have somewhere you could put your bag, or you could put something on the side where your cane. On the new ones, there is nowhere, no cup holders, no nothing to put nothing. Either you put it on the floor. There's no, in between your legs or whatever you gotta do. There's no really anything to do, and they have so much space they could have put something there, unless they're looking at getting certain vehicles at the cheapest they can, or the company that converts these vehicles for them are doing it like that. You know what I mean? But it's it's uh it's they got these vans with not the riders in mind, because there's no cup holder for your water or nothing like that. And I suggest, if you're traveling access, bring your water. You gotta bring something, you know.
I
And
hear
and
you.
and
Well,
And that was the issue with my Axis driver. Honestly, it was over my water. I told her I just need to grab my water,
I
like
remember.
less than 5 minutes. You know?
I mean, again, they don't necessarily care. I mean, like you said, they stop when they need to use the bathroom or whatever. I mean, they supposed to be there at 5 o'clock. They don't show up until 5:30, 5:40. You know what I'm saying? Because they got a bigger window.
Yeah,
Now by showing up that late, what you've already made me later. And so on and so forth. Then you stack on, okay, we get in the car or we get in the van, whatever the case may be. You got two extra seats or three extra seats, and next thing you know, you going in the opposite direction of where you trying to go because why? They're trying to fill up those seats, and it just ends up being a mess, is what it does. So, uh, but again,
yeah,
we've detailed, in previous shows where doing air travel and all that other kind of stuff, bus travel and whatever, trains. There's extra layer of barriers when it comes to our community. So I mean, if you are traveling and like I say, you need help at the airport, man, don't play with that thing about getting there early. Make sure you get there early. You know what I'm saying? That way, I mean, it seemed like we're supposed to get like a little. We're not getting any favoritism at TSA, but at the same time, you don't necessarily have to stand in line, right? But I've noticed that in essence, you are. Because the guy is the person that's pushing the wheelchair or whatever. Because I'm gonna be honest, I get in the wheelchair. You know what? Y'all push me, okay? This is a lot easier. But anyway, that person, they'll hold the place in line, and then once you get up to the front of the line, that's when they push your stuff through the X-ray, and then they have you, if you can, get up out of the chair, and walk through the mag machine, right? So on and so forth. They want to take it to another level. Now you got to walk through an X-ray machine where you got to stand up and do a complete circle so they can scan your whole body to see if you got anything taped to you or whatever. I mean, it's just a whole lot of crazy stuff. And sometimes it seems like they always put that extra layer of security on us. Like we're trying to, smuggle something under the image of being disabled, under the pretense of being disabled. So, I mean, again, come on, man. You gonna rub my hands with some chemical to see if I've had any explosives on me in my possession, or if I've touched it? Come on, man. I'm 67 years old. I'm not no bomber. You know what I'm saying? I ain't doing all that kind of stuff. But you never
yeah,
know what
yeah,
you're going to run into. You never know what kind of person you're going to run into, what kind of attitude they're going to have. So you gotta kind of think ahead and be smart and you know try to get some of that stuff done. So,
yeah, yeah.
but
They make you take off your shoes, your belt, and other things like that. And it's true, I've been through it, and they rub things on your hand to see if you have any, I guess, residue of gunpowder, not gunpowder, but like
explosive,
explosives and
yeah,
stuff like that. And then you hear about people that get through the TSA and end up. I remember there was a shooter in some airport in another state and stuff like that. Sometimes it seems that they do it, and yes, it's all good for protecting us. It's true, but you hear incidents still happening and stuff like that. You
right,
know,
right.
They made me
yeah.
put my cane on the belt, like I had something in my cane.
Well, I mean, and that's a new one now. That for me, I don't necessarily put my cane up there no more because I found out my cane don't have no metal in it. No, I need
No,
my
it's
cane.
aluminum. It's
No,
aluminum.
no, 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 no. My cane. Your cane is
Okay.
aluminum. My cane is all graphite and resin.
Right.
There's no aluminum in it. There's no metal, period.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
I can walk right through that metal detector and they won't find nothing. So, But on that note, we're gonna
Our
move on a little further. And
yeah, we got our fellow comedian coming in too, Ed.
what up, George? So we are still accepting folks to come and do the ugly sweater sneaker party with us. I mean, again, we're until we reach our limit. We're going to go ahead and keep it open. Even if that means you want to come pay at the door, but just to make sure you got a spot, because seating is limited. It would be better, if at all possible, to Zelle your money into Blind United 2022 at gmail.com and reserve your spot because when you come in, we will have a list of those that have paid, which they have priority over everybody else. So, and then, like I said, we'll
Hmm.
let people in until we reach our max. And then I'm sorry if you showed up and we've already reached our max, but you ain't getting no food. I'm sorry. It's just what it is. So, but yeah, if you can, go ahead and reserve your spot. And on that note, we're gonna let Pedro play our little social media stuff where you
Let's
can
go,
find
guys.
us.
If you'd like to know more about Blind United, you can visit our website at blindunited.org. You can email us at info@blindunited.org. You can call us at 909-846-8825. You can follow us on Instagram at Blind United Interest Groups. You can follow us on X at Blind United 22. You can watch our YouTube channel, Blind United. You could join our Facebook group, Blind United Interest Groups, or you can follow our Facebook page, Blind United.
All
Join
right.
Blind United for a night of fun, food, and festivities at our ugly sweater and sneaker party. Celebrate the season with us while making connections and supporting a great cause. When Saturday, December 28th, 2024. Time, 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. Where? VFW Post 2070, Monrovia, California. Cost, $35 per person in advance. Payment deadline, December 18th, 2024. How to reserve your spot. Zelle your payment to Blind United Inc. and use the email blindunited2022@gmail.com. Memo. Include sneaker party and your phone number or email. What's in store? Attire. Bring your holiday spirit. Wear your ugly holiday sweater and your best sneakers. Menu. Enjoy a Mexican fiesta featuring nachos as appetizers, chicken, beef, or pork plates with rice, beans, tortillas, salsa, cheesecake, sodas, and water. Let us know of any dietary restrictions. There is a cash bar, drinks available for purchase. Raffles and contests. Raffle prizes. A 65-inch TV, shipped directly to the winner. An anyday cookware set and a Ring doorbell must be taken home by the winner that night. Raffle tickets, $5 each or 5 for $20. 50-50 drawing, $1 per ticket or 6 tickets for $5. Contests, show off your creativity and win a $25 gift card for Best Ugly Holiday Sweater, Best Sneakers. Don't miss out. Reserve your spot today for an unforgettable evening of food, fun, and fantastic prizes while supporting Blind United and its mission to empower individuals with disabilities. For more information, contact Ed Davis, CEO of Blind United. Phone 909-532-9513. Email info@blindunited.org. Celebrate, connect, and give back in style.
All right. Well, Britt, before we move on, we got any more comments?
No, well, Latoya said, "Bless your heart." I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. Also, good morning, George. Good morning.
Hey, how you doing? I learned an important tip today, guys. When you're painting your house, do not paint over the electrical box.
Ah.
The power trip this morning. I'm like, what the heck? So I told my wife, so we're out there. She's like, I can't open it. My wife knows that thing was enclosed in three coats of paint, so I had to chisel it out of there. But yeah, we're
Wow,
back
wow.
online. Yeah, so
Okay, okay.
do-
I know that,
Well,
man, when I used to paint and all that, I mean, I used to take off the bar, all that. And my mom be like, "What are you doing? Just paint." I'm like, "No, it needs
you
to
know,
look good." You know what I mean? I
yeah,
need to
yeah,
be able to
yeah,
take these screws off later on if I need to replace all this stuff. You know?
yeah. 'Cause I'm like, and I started feeling around. Like I told my wife, "Babe, it feels like paint. Did you paint the box?" She was there. I'm like, "You don't paint the box." So
No,
yeah,
well, I
I
mean,
had to
you
chisel it out.
can, you can. It's just that while the paint is still wet, you got to open it and break that seal.
Yeah, yeah,
Don't let it dry, because nobody wants, a gray box on the side of a red house. You know what I'm saying?
no,
Why
right,
you guys say the
right.
color of our house for?
Well, I don't know what color your house is. I'm just throwing something out there that's,
Yeah, it is red
a
actually.
big
Oh,
contrast.
that's
You know
funny.
what I'm saying?
Well, some
So,
people call it she calls it salmon something.
so it's more pink.
No,
Yep.
people say it's red. So I guess it tells it's
No,
eye the
if it's a
beholder.
salmon, it's more of a pink,
I
Yeah,
George.
it's
know.
more of it's a pink and orange mixed together to me.
Exactly, but people keep telling us it looks like red, so like, oh, at least we're ready for Christmas,
All
Wow.
you need
yeah.
is some green trim and you be all in.
Right? Yeah, yeah. No,
Wow.
no. I was ready at 10. It's just like nothing powered on. Like, what the heck? And that's what it was. We had no power.
Oh,
Well, now we're good.
wow.
Mm,
Well, that's a good thing
Glad you're
right there.
online.
Yeah. Live and
So,
learn.
Yeah, just
so
when I was doing that, I just heard that song. Oh, Lord have mercy. But
So anyway, so we're gonna move on with these Christmas things. So first we had Christmas travel and the stuff there. Now we're gonna talk about those last minute folks that like to wait till the last minute and run out and do their shopping. So check this
again,
out.
talking about me again. See, bad man, just come on, you
Today on
start.
Coffee Time, navigating the last-minute holiday shopping rush. As Christmas approaches, the scramble for last-minute gifts is in full swing. While the holiday season is filled with joy and generosity, the challenges of crowded stores, limited stock, and delivery delays can make shopping stressful. Let's dive into the current trends and strategies to make your holiday shopping experience smoother. Crowded stores and extended hours. Increased foot traffic, retailers are experiencing a surge in-person shoppers, leading to packed aisles and longer checkout lines. Extended hours. Many stores are adjusting their schedules to accommodate late shoppers. For example, Costco will open on Christmas Eve from 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m., though it will remain closed on Christmas Day. Product availability and stock issues. High-demand items. Trending gifts such as electronics and popular toys are selling out quickly, leaving shoppers searching for alternatives. Budget-friendly options. Retailers like Aldi are offering last-minute suggestions, including affordable items like meal planners and water bottles. Shipping and delivery challenges. Tight deadlines. Many shipping cutoff dates for standard delivery have passed. Walmart, for example, guarantees Christmas delivery for orders placed by 12:30 p.m. on December 23rd. Carrier delays. With overloaded shipping networks, delays are possible, making in-store pickups or digital gifts more reliable options. Budget-friendly solutions. Economic pressures. Many shoppers are looking for cost-effective gifts, turning to discount retailers like Dollar Tree, which offers affordable gift boxes for $1.25. Super Saturday Sales. This event provides steep discounts on electronics, apparel, and more, giving last-minute shoppers opportunities to save. Time management tips. Procrastination stress. Limited options and time constraints can add to the pressure of last-minute shopping. Creative solutions. Gift cards, digital subscriptions, or DIY presents can be meaningful alternatives to traditional gifts. Safety and security. Porch pirate risks. With package theft on the rise, shoppers are advised to use secure delivery options or pick up items directly from stores. Tips for last-minute shoppers. Create a plan. Write a list of desired gifts and set a budget to avoid overspending and impulsive purchases. Shop during off-peak times. Take advantage of extended store hours to avoid the busiest shopping crowds. Stay flexible. If the perfect gift isn't available, think creatively. Experiences, homemade gifts, or digital options can save the day. Double-check deadlines. Ensure any online orders meet shipping cutoff times to avoid disappointment. Conclusion. While last-minute shopping can be hectic, staying informed, organized, and adaptable can help you overcome the challenges and enjoy the spirit of giving. With a little preparation, even the busiest holiday shopping rush can lead to a joyful and successful Christmas. What's your strategy for last-minute shopping? Share your tips and experiences with us to help spread some holiday cheer. Now, back to the Coffee Time crew for their thoughts.
So my tip for last minute shopping is don't do it. Uh,
Mr. Davis, can I say hi to Mr. Cruz Morales? He's watching. He's the president of the El Chuco or El Barrio Sports Club here in El Paso. They do programs for underprivileged kids like basketball, volleyball, real good program. And of
okay.
course, Mike Balamar. Mike Balamar is also watching, but I want to say hello to this gentleman.
All right, gentlemen. Good morning, Merry Christmas, all that good stuff. So,
And I do believe in the strategy, Mr. Davis, about the food Dollar General. I do that for $20. I buy my wife, my aunts, my cousins for $20. Hey,
wow.
hey, that's good, right?
Well, I mean, again, it's better than what I'm going to do this year. But normally I just do gift cards, but I get it done early, all that kind of good stuff. So, but if anybody wants to pay, the article suggested, wants to pay some of these subscriptions for me, man, I really appreciate it.
Right.
That's a
but
gift
And
that
they can
gives
get
all year
expensive.
long. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
yeah, but
Right.
Dollar Tree
I
is a
hate the
lifesaver.
crowds myself, so I'd rather do, I'm sorry, Pedro, go ahead.
No, go ahead, Carol.
No, I was just saying I prefer to do it early, like throughout the year,
Hmm.
instead of just waiting like now because the crowds are just too overwhelming for me. They're not respectful of my cane or whoever I'm with, and everybody's picking over everything. And then, you don't have a big selection. So it's just better for
Yeah.
me, like you say, either give a gift card, cash, or shop early before this time of the year comes.
Oh, okay. And a quick joke, guys. The people that are rushing to pick everything and going over everything is the same people that rush in their cars because they couldn't leave a little early. But
Yep.
that aside, also, that's a great tip to go to Dollar Tree because these gift bags and these boxes, they go for $4 or $5 sometimes in some stores. It's ridiculous.
Now,
It's like,
Mr. President, let me ask you a question. Us being from
mm,
the same culture, do you do that recycle the bags and all that? We have like bags from 3 years ago. We
oh,
just
like
take the name
Christmas
tag off,
bags.
we recycle it.
Appreciate you, baby.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. I
so,
used to do that.
so why has that got to be a cultural thing, George? I got bags from 2, 3 years ago, and I
I
just
get the kids to
reuse them
carve
when
it up.
Because
necessary.
the Mexican people, our
Yeah,
culture is
picture.
more frugal. We know how
I'm gonna
to,
sit on my knee
stuff like that. That's
right
why I
here
said
so they
that.
can
But
see.
Okay. I mean,
Even
again,
even the grocery bags we used to save and all that.
right.
well, I've used brown paper bags as wrapping paper before, so
No,
it
not
just
for
depends.
gifts. Whoa, whoa! It took it
No,
to
no,
a
not
whole nother
forgive.
level.
I mean, again, just depends on the situation,
Or
But
newspaper.
newspaper, I mean, again, it doesn't matter what it's wrapped with; it matters what's inside.
What's
Can I tell you a
inside?
quick?
That's right.
Can I tell you a
Does the
quick Christmas
headline
joke?
matter? Go for it.
A real quick Christmas joke. So, a teacher's gonna have Christmas vacations coming up, so she knows the kids are gonna come and give her gifts. So she wants to surprise them. She goes to each kid's profile, looks where the
I get
parents
tingling,
live
so I
or
do it every
work,
time
just try to get an
I'm
idea
talking,
of
not
what they might
talking.
get. And so the day comes, they're having a little party. The kids bring their gift. The first kid picks up his head. His hand is Bill. Bill, teacher, can I give you my gift? So he walks up to the front of the class and gives her the box. And the teacher remembered that Bill's parents they work at a meat factory. So she gets and shakes it, and she's like, "Oh, this has to be bologna or meat." And the kid's like, "Oh, wow, that's cool. She's man." He walks back to his desk like, "Wow, she has some secret, tricks." And so the next kid raises up their hand, Susan, and then Susan comes up to the front of the desk of the class and gives the teacher her box. And the teacher remembered that Susan's family owned a bakery, so she goes and shakes it real good. And she's like, cookies. And we're like, oh, wow. So he's walking back to her desk. She's like, don't mess with this teacher. She has some skills. And the last one is Robert. Teacher, I have a box for you. So he walks up to the front of the class, gives the teacher a box, and the teacher remembers that the parents they're veterinarians. They have like a little pet store, and I'm sorry, a winery store, I'm sorry. So she goes and shakes it, and she shakes it. And she's like, "This is beer." He's like, "No." She's sure. She goes, "Yes." Okay, so she shakes it more, and it starts leaking in the corner of the box. So she gets it and she licks it. She puts it in her fingers. So oh, wine. She was, no. She's like, well, what is it? It's a puppy.
Ew, that's gross. We have some comments. Katie Taylor, she's the president of the NFB in Oregon, and she said that recycling holiday bags or shopping at the Dollar Tree saves money, and that it's good to shop early and know what you want, so that you can get what you want when you're shopping. So thank you, Katie, for watching all the way in Oregon.
Right, right,
Hey,
right. Thank you.
Katie.
Welcome very much, Katie. The only problem I got was what was it? What was the first one? The well,
Oh, the
no, I'm gonna go.
butchers.
I'm gonna go back to your thing about shopping at Dollar Tree. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with Dollar Tree, but I've been the recipient of gifts that were placed, purchased at Dollar Tree. They were, we were doing white elephant stuff or whatever you want to call it. We set a minimum of, $25, whatever, right? It's not fair that you ran the Dollar Tree and got something for $1.25, and now you want to pass it off as a $25 gift because it's a gift box.
No, get it. No, I kind of get that. I mean,
I
I was
mean,
talking about getting gift boxes, but yeah, if it's true, and it happened. I went to one. Let's say last year, I went to one, guys, and it was a 15 minimum, right? Somebody gave an emergency kit wrapped in foil.
really? Okay.
Yes, they recycled a free item as a gift.
Wow.
I mean, again, if you can't afford it, it's more understandable than passing on something. You know what I'm saying? I mean, even regifting, maybe it's a gift you got last year that you don't use or
Hmm.
whatever, If you come up with somebody throughout the year that can use it, okay, write their name on it and that's you give it to them, if you're not going to use it, especially, right? But I
That's
mean,
what I do.
But what
I
I
wash my socks and just give them back.
what I used to do
oh,
on our
Lord,
job is
mercy.
we I'm sorry,
No,
George.
go ahead.
I would
Just,
No,
on
we're
our
talking about.
when I used to
Uh,
work on my job, we would say we'd have a $20 limit, but you had the option to write down three things that you wanted that you knew cost $20. And
Yes, I've
out of
seen
those
that.
three items, you would get whatever, you knew whatever you were getting was one of those items on the list that you wrote. So you weren't going to be disappointed with whatever you received.
right, 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 right. Well, I mean, again, just be fair. You know what I'm saying? Because most people adhere to the rules when it comes to those kind of games. I mean, those
Right,
games are actually designed to try to help people out and minimize how many gifts that they have to purchase, and stuff like
right,
that. Especially when you're talking about. I mean, we do stuff like that with our family. You know what I'm saying?
right.
It's not everybody has the money to go out and buy a gift for everybody at this point. You know what I'm
That's right.
saying?
So where did
So
that term? And I always wondered. And I'll go look it up. The white elephant. Is that from a tradition, or where did that come from? I
I don't
wonder.
know where it came from. All I know is they just started playing it a few years back, and I mean, it's pretty cool. The beauty of a white elephant game also is that you can either take the next item on the table, or you can leave that and take one that somebody's already chosen.
That's
Yeah.
right.
yep,
So
and
it becomes a competition.
yeah, yeah. Last time we had what 26 people the other day, and we all brought a gift. And man, they were going. Hey, people were stealing people's hygiene. Man, there was a set of Bath and Body Works with 7 different items. That was a hot commodity. People kept stealing it, and then it got to this person, and They're like, well, you can't steal it no more now, and everybody's like, but hey,
But you
you
know
know,
what? I want to go ahead,
uh,
President. Sorry.
well, it's in our community for people that sometimes we're always like, sometimes we got people that end up being a little depressed, and I think these small events that we do as blind individuals and come together and do them all together in a big crowd and stuff, and have people come out so they could get more more like to get into the spirit more, because sometimes, as disabled people or blind people, sometimes there's friends that will forget about us, some acquaintances are gone and things like that, some people don't know, or they, you know what I mean, some people just act different sometimes because of our disability. And coming out and being with a crowd that is also blind, and other individuals that are blind, I mean, can be something soothing, something comfortable, and get you out of your comfort zone, so you could start getting more independent, start seeing, okay, this is a community I could be with, I could interact with. They understand what I'm going through. I don't have to sit at home in the dark, or you know what I mean?
But
And
Pedro,
these gifts. Mhm. Go
there's the
ahead,
thing
George.
about I want to say this real fast before Mr. Morales gets off. I want to give him props because Mr. Morales, I think he's been doing it for many years, but I know of at least the past 3 years where he gets toys together for those kids, and he's gotten hundreds of gifts. And he had his past event on this past Saturday, the 21st, and that's cool, right? You go and give gifts to kids that, like you say, Pedro. That they may not have a disability, but their family might have challenges when it comes to finances, and if they can open up a
Hmm. Hmm.
gift, that is cool. It really is cool to
Yes.
open the gift.
Right, 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 right.
Yeah, what up, Blind United's founders? She has a mission, and and she be helping out the folks that don't have a roof over their head and things like that, and and we
My
help
cousin did
out
one
with that
time,
too.
Pedro.
Mm,
He got me a snowball, snowman, real pretty nice snowman. It was like a little animal, like a little stuffed animal, whatever you want to call it, stuffed, whatever. And he gave it to me, so he goes, "Tell me what it is." I'm like, "Okay." So I started looking at him, like, this like an snowman. But what he did, he moved a carrot from his nose to somewhere else. I'll let you use your
the
imagination.
front or back?
Back, front.
That's funny. But
That's
in
funny,
that
man.
light of notes, folks, we have one more article. If you ever wanted to know the history of tamales, because that's a tradition that some of our folks in the Latin community, they get together on Christmas or New Year's Eve and stuff like that, and they make tamales, and my better half family always gets together and makes tamales. So let's take a listen.
Today on Coffee Time, tamales, a culinary tradition with deep cultural roots. Tamales, a time-honored dish from Mesoamerica, hold a cherished place in history and culture, particularly during Christmas celebrations in Latin American communities. Beyond their delicious flavors, tamales symbolize unity, generosity, and heritage. Let's explore their rich history, cultural significance, and enduring traditions. The historical roots of tamales. Ancient beginnings. Tamales originated thousands of years ago in Mesoamerican civilizations like the Aztecs, Maya, and Olmec. As portable food, they sustained warriors, travelers, and laborers. Made by steaming corn masa filled with meats, beans, or fruits and wrapped in corn husks or banana leaves, tamales were also revered in sacred rituals. Cultural reverence. Maize, the key ingredient in tamales, was a staple crop deeply embedded in Mesoamerican mythology and agricultural cycles, making tamales an important food in ceremonies and offerings to the gods. Tamales and Christmas traditions. Faith and family. During Christmas, tamales become a centerpiece of family gatherings and religious celebrations. In Catholic traditions, tamales play a significant role in Noche Buena, Christmas Eve, festivities. The communal act of tamale making, or tamalada, brings families together to prepare these intricate treats. The tamalada tradition. A tamalada is more than cooking. It's an event where family members of all ages come together, sharing stories and passing down culinary traditions. This act strengthens bonds and ensures the cultural knowledge of tamale making is preserved. A symbol of sharing. Tamales are often made in large batches and shared with family, friends, and neighbors, encapsulating the spirit of giving that defines Christmas. Regional variations of tamales. Tamales vary widely across regions. Mexico, fillings include pork in red chili sauce and sweet tamales with fruits or nuts. They're a vital part of Las Posadas, a Christmas tradition reenacting Mary and Joseph's
And then we'll
journey.
talk about that.
Guatemala,
It's going to be
wrapped
okay.
in banana leaves, Guatemalan tamales feature meat and tomato-based sauces. Colombia and Venezuela, known as halakas, these tamales are part of festive Christmas feasts. United States, Mexican-American communities in Texas and California embrace tamales as a Christmas staple, celebrating their cultural significance and heritage. Tamales throughout the year. While iconic during Christmas, tamales are also enjoyed during other celebrations such as Dia de los Muertos, Day of the Dead, weddings, and birthdays. Their versatility and comforting nature make them a year-round favorite. Cultural and culinary legacy. Preserving heritage. The continued tradition of tamale making helps preserve cultural identity, fostering connections between generations and communities. Celebrating togetherness. The labor-intensive process of making tamales reflects their status as celebratory food, bringing people together in preparation and enjoyment. Tamales are more than just a dish. They're a symbol of family, faith, and festivity. This Christmas season, their aroma and flavors will once again weave stories of unity and tradition across tables and hearts. Now, back to the coffee time crew for their thoughts.
So, first of all, who don't like tamales, man? I mean,
I
I,
don't.
oh my goodness. Okay, well maybe you just ain't found the right tamale yet. Uh,
Maybe.
you
Maybe.
know, but I'm just sitting here thinking maybe we should have had tamales instead of nachos as appetizers at the ugly sweater thing.
Well, you know what? Tamales are, I don't know about here in Texas, but in California, but Texas, they're expensive now. The
They
tamales, a
are.
dozen, it's kind of really expensive now.
I think they're
Yeah, I
around
mean,
32 bucks over here.
Is it really? Wow. I don't think it's that bad yet.
yeah, I mean, we had a guy that used to make them for us, and it was like $20 a dozen. You know,
Well, back
so
in the good old days, they were $10 to $12. But let me ask you this, Mr. Davis. You always say know our history. Do you know why the tamales are real prevalent within the Mexican culture?
well, I mean, not particularly as far as a culture. No, I know what the article says.
No, it's because since we're so poor, at least it gives us something to open on Christmas.
Huh.
You're
Lord have
funny, George.
mercy.
Yeah, and there's
Lord have
different.
mercy.
Um, One of my favorites is the tamales de raja. They actually had a jalapeno slice there with cheese,
Yes.
and ooh, it's good. And some people give you a little sauce where you could dip your tamale. Depends where you get them from. And those are I prefer Mexican tamales, even though I'm from Central America, and we make our tamales different in Central America. We use the banana leaf, so it gives it a more moisture taste to the masa. We put like
Is it more of a sweet
string
taste or what?
beans, yeah, string beans. We put chicken in there, like in other cultures, they put a whole chicken and all that. They put papas in it. So there's different flavors. It depends on what type of, what's your palate. I know the Mexicans, like they said, they have the tamales rojos, the pork, the verde, it's chicken and stuff like that. So
The
you could
beans. They also
even,
have beans.
yeah, we even got tamales de dulce,
Yep.
and they're sweet and stuff like that. Tamales de elote, so there's various
Pedro,
kinds.
when I was in the BT program at the post office, I gave out tamales, right? And so this white guy, one guy comes in, he goes, "Can I have some tamales? I've been hearing about them because he's a retired military, so he's not really from here." I'm like, "Sure." So I gave him two of them. Hey, thanks, man. How much? I'm, no, no, for my customers. So he comes back, like half an hour later, 45 minutes later. He's like, "Can I say something, George?" He goes, "Like what?" "Man, those damn tamales, they're tough." I'm like, "Tough?" "Yeah, man, biting into." I'm like, "Oh, no, 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 no. You're supposed to take off the covering."
I did the same thing, George.
Did
That
you?
I did the same thing. Yes, because I watched everyone eat them and they were putting chili and cheese on them, so I had no clue. I've never had them. And so when I cut off into it, I'm like, this is horrible. I can't believe that people like this. Not
Oh,
knowing that you're supposed to pull it out of the corn shark.
Yes, ma'am.
I didn't know
exactly.
that.
Yeah, you got to
Hmm.
take it out of that corn husk or banana
Had
leaf,
had
whatever they wrapping it with.
no clue.
So anyway, before we bounce up out of here, Britt, we got any comments before we go? Maybe not. Okay.
Let me
But
let me go down here. I'll check.
but
Continue talking while I check.
yeah, it's again, we're just trying to give you some, holiday stuff going on, travel, again, shopping and traditions. You know what I'm saying? I mean, who knows what tradition you may have? I mean, when my grandparents were still alive, the tradition was we all got together at Grandpa's house. You know what I'm saying? At our grandparents' house, and we
I think
all,
that's I
go
think the
ahead, Joe.
TSA's reported this morning that 119 million people will be traveling either by car, some type of travel, but that's a lot of people.
I think it was actually the article said a bigger number, but they were talking about anything from be over 50 miles
Oh,
up.
okay.
You know what I'm
That makes
saying?
sense. Yes,
So,
sir.
so it was auto club. It was, whether you were traveling by car, train, bus, plane, whatever, So, but on that note, like I said, the holidays here, so hopefully everybody enjoy their Christmas. You got it? You got anything, Pedro?
Yeah. Katie has said recycling bag saves money. I think we read that one.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah. Monica
Yeah.
said Dollar Tree sells more than just dollar items. They sell $5 items too. So make sure you check your prices. Because last week we went and bought some presents, and we got they were $1. They were all each $5. So be aware.
Yeah.
And she got five of them for her god kids, and it came up to so I think it was $25, and she got five. So be aware, check the prices, guys. Not everything costs $1 now. Things are going up. Things might be going up this year, coming up, depending how things are looking. So she says
Are we
she
on
even
tomorrow,
went
guys?
back and put them back.
Unless you can give me a reason not to be, George, we will definitely be here.
Okay. I just want to miss because I was late like always, but
All right.
this time it
So we
wasn't my
have
fault.
No.
and
We
God
good. We
first.
good.
God first 09 said, um, yeah, right. Times are hard. Yeah, they are. They are.
And there's but real quick on the article that was I think you played it last week, Mr. or this week, or last week, that people going to debt like $900. Don't go in debt, folks. Don't do that. Because you'll be paying off your debt from last year to this year, and it's just a vicious cycle.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
Yep.
I
Better
mean,
watch it.
depending on what your budget is, you know what I'm saying? Do what's in your budget. And if you ain't got no budget, then, go all out, but don't run yourself into debt. So, anyway, yes, we will be back tomorrow at the same time, same place, all that good stuff. As always, before we bounce,
We
please
still got a
like,
comment.
subscribe, follow.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, yeah, like, subscribe, and share, guys. It does help whatever platform you're listening to us from. Also, before we leave, we're extending that you could pay for our ugly sweater party event. You could pay at the door. Just remember, if you could send us an email or call in, because seats are limited. Monica said, she said, me and Pedro were at a white elephant last week. We both enjoyed her gift. She got a popcorn maker. I know she's very, very thrilled about that one. And and I got 2 pounds of chocolate. And oh my
Oh heck
god,
yeah! There you go.
But
Yeah.
what he didn't tell you is he ate that 2 pounds of chocolate on the way home. So,
There, that's what it
no,
was.
I ate a few pieces. I couldn't wait. Hey, but when they gave me that, I was like, okay, I got my gift. I was all quiet, put it next to me, and just stayed all quiet. I was
There
like,
you
I didn't
go.
want to look. And it was good candy. Whoever brought that brought some good candy. It was good quality. Oh my god, it was good.
Pedro, Lulu bought a bag from Sam's, a candy,
Hmm.
and it was for her sister-in-law because to put her decorations for an event for quinceanera. And the next morning, it was a big old hole in it. She's like, babe, what? I don't know. It came like that from Sam. I don't know what happened. So, and I'm sticking to that.
But all
Right.
the candy wrappers were in your desk drawer. So.
Lulu
Like
came
those
in
dogs
with all
that-
the evidence.
Like those kids
Right.
that have the chocolate in their nose. Like, what's on your nose? I'm like, oh crap. Yeah, so, yeah.
No,
But anyways, anyone have a fleece might be that. That's for sure.
Yeah, we still have
Exactly.
comments, guys. God first said it's hard to find tamales in Dallas, Texas. A shout
Yes,
out
it
to
is.
Dallas.
Yes, it is. It is hard. Yes, it is.
Well, maybe we need to go to Dallas and open up a tamale shop.
It's very hard. And chorizo is very hard to find.
said, blessings to all you guys. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to yourself.
Merry Christmas,
too.
everyone.
Merry Christmas, Tish. And again, so on that note, that's all of them, Pedro.
Yes, and that's all. That's all, guys. Sorry.
All
Had to
right.
just
That's
get
all
through
right.
that, man.
It's all good. So on that note, again, everybody, thank you for commenting. Thank those who may comment later on. We do get emails when you comment,
Christmas,
so
everyone.
all that good stuff.
Merry Christmas.
All that good stuff. So everyone have a great one, and then we'll see you back tomorrow morning. Have a great day.